Hey everybody, it is Casey in the kitchen and welcome to my Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle workshop. So today we are going to learn all about the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle from Pampered Chef. I have a couple of them here which I will be demoing several different recipes on. So stay tuned, you're going to hear a lot about the ins and outs, how it works, the different parts of it, and how to use different settings. Now, some of you already have the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle, and some of you have looked at it and are curious. So go ahead and ask me questions as you see this. I will be answering all questions after this is done. So be sure to comment below if you have a question or you have a comment. In fact, go ahead and tell me, do you already have the Grill and Griddle? Or do you want it? Have it or want it? All right, guys, so today I have one Grill and Griddle already heating up, ready for the chicken that we're gonna start on it. I'm gonna use that on the probe setting. But before I get this one heated up and ready, I wanted to show you all the different parts of it. So we have different plates that go inside of there. So before heating it up, I wanted to be able to show you how to take those in and out and how it turns on and all of those fun things. So this is a case that I bought. One question that I've got from some of you is, how do you store your plates? So it comes with two sets of plates. The grill plates, which have the markings on them, and then also the griddle, which are flat like this. So we're going to be using both of those today, the griddle over here and the grill plates over there. You can also buy additional plates, which are the waffle plates. Now I've already made some waffles and I'll show you those in a little bit. So I actually keep one set of plates in my grill at all times when I'm storing it. And my extra plates all go in this carrier. So this is one of those 9x13 carriers that you can put a hot dish in, and it's the perfect size for that. I've kept some of the packing styrofoam that I put in between the plates to help protect them from each other. So I wanted to let you know that's how I store them. I've also seen people store them upright in like the same things that you store pans in. So that's another option for you. So with these plates, the first thing I want to show you guys is when they come, they're going to have a little plastic cover on this part right here. You do have to slip that off before inserting them into your grill and griddle. So they just slide right in there. There's a little hook in the back and then you pop them down into place. Let me get this other one in here and then I'll slide this a little closer for you to see. So I just have this on the open setting right now. Here I can close it. And then here in a little bit, I'll show you how I can open it completely up to use both sides of the grill. You can also lock this into place for storage, which is really nice because I actually store it upright. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way, but first let me show you another little thing that I keep in here. These are two parts that come with the grill and griddle. So this is your little cleaning tool, great for cleaning those grates after you're grilling stuff. So I'm gonna set that to the side here. And this is the probe. And we're gonna use this here in a minute on our chicken. And I love, love, love using it on that because it makes it super easy. It knows exactly when to stop grilling. If you're using, chicken or steak or whatever, you set the temperature and then the grill reaches that temperature, the internal temperature, and then shuts down. So this is what those little plastic covers kind of look like on those plates. So be sure to take those off before inserting them or else the plates won't read correctly and you'll have trouble turning that on. So I'm gonna take that off, set that to the side here. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. All right, so now that we have the plates in place here, kind of move this direction, it does have an on-off switch in the back. So once you turn it on, you can see all of these pre-programmed settings on the face of it here. This is time, temperature, a top bottom button, which we're gonna use when we make our pizza today. So I'm going to first grill my crust, and then I'm going to set the top and bottom grill plates to different temperatures because I want to bake the cheese on the top, but not burn the crust, which I love. Also, your top bottom is really important if you're using it open face and you're grilling two different things at the same time and you need those at different temperatures. Another great feature is the fact that if I wanted to, I could use the griddle plate here and the grill plate here. Whichever combination you want to use, you can. All right, so let me get that back into place here. We also have the probe setting, the add 30 seconds, which I love to use if you're getting close to the end of grilling something or cooking something, I should say, and you need just a little bit more time. You don't want it to completely start over again. I just add 30 seconds. Maybe I have a little more pancake batter or waffle batter and I'm not quite done yet. And then of course the cancel. Then we have the center dial here that changes it from custom, sear, panini, grill, griddle, and keep warm. Keep warm. There's a keep warm setting. Yes, I know. Super exciting. All right. So on the side here, another feature I want to show you is the fact that we have this stair stepper. Let me see if I can turn this so you guys can see this a little bit better. So on the stair stepper here, if I set it to this setting, obviously this is going to stay open more. So maybe you have a panini or something in there and you don't want to completely smush it or put all the pressure on it. You can stair step. Another way I like to use this, which we'll be using this for our pizza, is when you do this guy, you can actually release this top into, sorry, I can't do it from that angle, into a hover position. See how this is loose now? So this is just gonna hover over that, maybe you're doing a pizza with cheese on it. And that way it stays nice and even. And then of course, when you're done with that, you can lock it back into place so that it doesn't wiggle at all. Let's see, what else do I wanna show you before we get started here? So if this is all the way closed or not on the stair step, this button here on the side, right here, this is how I'm going to release it and open all the way up. So I locked it, there we go. So if I pull that button towards me like this, the whole thing opens up, and this is how we're gonna make our sausage and pancakes here in a little bit. So love that feature. This is like, you ever had a George Foreman? Well, the George Foreman was great. We love George, right? But this solves so many additional problems that we had with the George Foreman. Love the removable plates. They go in the dishwasher. I love the versatility of this, that not only can I use it as a grill, but also as a griddle, also for my waffles. I can interchange those. I can use both sides at once if I want just a big giant griddle. Also, the drip tray. Love the drip tray. Everything drains back to the back. Here, you can see these little indentions. It drains down into a drip tray, and I'm gonna pull that out this direction. This is where everything holds. Down in here, which is removable and washable. So convenient. So we're just gonna slide that back in there like that. And then of course the cord wraps up in the back, and like I told you, it locks into place, and I set it upright for storage. Super duper easy. All right, so with this grill over here, this one's been beeping at us if you didn't hear that. It's actually ready for our chicken. We're gonna start here in a minute. But meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up. It usually takes about 5 minutes to heat up. So we'll go ahead and start this one. And this one we're gonna make some paninis on. So we're gonna start with chicken and paninis, and then we're gonna do pizza, and we're gonna do breakfast. Are you guys excited? Make sure you're asking questions. If you have any questions, I'll follow up with you on those. What are you most excited about seeing? and what questions you have in the comments below. All right, so for this one, let's go ahead and set it to our panini setting. And that is an automatic 375 degrees. The nice thing is a lot of these are preset for you. It tells you exactly what temperature and time you need, but here's the kicker. I love that it comes with this cooking guide, so it tells you all the things. We're gonna look at this a little bit more towards the end of our cooking time together, but this will really walk you through everything you need to know about this grill and how to use it. All right, so we've got panini, and we're gonna go ahead and start this. It's gonna heat up to 375 degrees, and then it's gonna start beeping at us just like this one is. So let's go ahead and start. It sets it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's probably all that we'll need. I think I'll go ahead and add just a little bit of extra time in case I'm not too super fast. I'll set it for 3 minutes. I've got a little bit thicker bread over here, 375. The time is flashing at me, which it means that's what I can change right now. And now it is heating up. All right, so we've got that one started. Like I said, our grill over here is hot and ready. I do want to show you, I'm gonna be careful with this since it's already nice and hot. So let me do this so I can kind of show you how this is working. Hopefully you guys can kind of see. Let me cancel. I'm gonna turn it off, turn it back on so you can see that little blue light lights up. I'm gonna go ahead and plug our probe in. So the important part with plugging the probe in, it's right over here on the side. Maybe I can turn it a little bit. Right over here next to the little button that releases your plate to take that out. So you just plug it in. The important thing is to plug it all the way in. Give it a good push and make sure it clicks really well. Otherwise it's not gonna read. So I've had a few people say, oh, I don't think it worked. It wasn't pushed quite all the way in. So then this portion is going to be inserted into the center of our chicken. All right, so we've got our probe plugged in. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and set this. It'll heat up really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the probe setting and then hit the center dial and then adjust it to 165 degrees. 165 is how hot your chicken should be in the center. Of course, if you were doing steak, you would decide what kind of doneness you like. Rare, medium rare, well done, whatever. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and push start, and it's already preheated. It's already telling me to go ahead and add that because this is nice and hot. So we're gonna let this sit here for just a second while I fix the chicken and get that ready. All right, so with our chicken, what I've done here is I have 3 chicken breasts. It's really nice because you can decide how you want to season your chicken breast. In fact, let me grab my seasoning real quick. All right, so today I'm gonna use smoky applewood on my chicken. You can do 3 different seasonings if you got picky eaters in the house. First thing I'm gonna do though is use our tenderizer, but I'm not going to tenderize the chicken. That would be this side. So if I unscrew this, flip this bottom part over, then I would be tenderizing something, but I don't need to tenderize chicken. You just need some weight on it to make it all the same size. I like to do that down inside of a bag because I just don't want chicken juice going anywhere. You don't want to take out all your frustrations on these pieces of chicken. Like I said, just get them nice and flat, all the same size. The flatter you make these, the quicker they are going to cook. All right, those look great, and we're all done with that. Another reason I use the bag is then I don't have to worry about the chicken juice on there. All right, so now I am gonna go ahead and take these out. I'm I'm gonna lay them out on my cutting board here, and we're gonna go ahead and oil them and season them. So with this, with using the grill plates, it's typically better to oil your food and not the grill, because then you're gonna have spots that are oiled and they're hot. This keeps it concentrated to the chicken itself. So I'm gonna use our oil and vinegar dispenser here. It dispenses a teaspoon at a time. So 3 teaspoons, of course that's a tablespoon. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit on each of these. I'm gonna use our chef's silicone basting brush. I'm gonna brush that around. I could have also put this oil down into the bag and just kind of massaged it around and then added my seasoning. But if you're gonna add 3 different seasonings on this, then of course you would want to do that out on a cutting board like this. All right, so then I'm gonna add my seasoning. What I love about our rubs and our seasonings is they're much more concentrated. So you don't have to worry about doing a whole lot of marinating ahead of time. Also, they stretch a lot further than your store-bought seasonings because they are more concentrated. All right, so then I'm gonna flip those over and do the other side. Another drizzle. And brush that in and a little more seasoning. And then we are ready to go ahead and place the probe into the chicken and then place it on the grill. And this is gonna cook so super fast. In fact, it'll probably be done in like less than 4 minutes. And again, that depends on how thick the chicken is. But the nice thing is you don't have to guess. It's going to tell you. It will know when that is done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take our probe here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this largest piece of chicken. Now the important part is to put it in straight. Don't have it going upwards, kind of out of the protein or down. So it's hitting the grill. You want it as straight as possible into the center of the protein. All right, perfect. I'm gonna rinse my hands real quick. Yes, I'm coming. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Pull this out a little bit. You could tell that's nice and hot, ready for that chicken. I'm gonna take my tongs here. And just lay these down on the grill. And notice I saved that one with the probe in it for this end, so it's down here by the end that goes into the side of the grill as well. All right, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and close this down right on top of it. It still says add to me, so I just need to push the center wheel and it will start. So it's starting to count up, not time, but temperature. It's measuring the temperature. And then that's gonna beep at me when it is ready. All right, let me get rid of this chicken mess here. All right, so we're ready to do our paninis here. So I've prepped a little bit of this ahead of time. It has come up to temperature to the 375, ready for my paninis. I just have some ciabatta bread. I put a little bit of basil pesto on the bottom, or you could do mayonnaise or ranch or whatever. You guys can make paninis any way you want. Make them your own. I've got some turkey. I'm gonna add on some cheese on the top. You could make one big giant panini with those flatbreads, make it super simple. You can do quesadillas in here, grilled cheese, all kinds of different stuff. This is just an example of one thing you might do I am gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of spinach, but of course it depends on who you're cooking for as to what you want to add on this. My family will be eating up all this food tonight, so we're just gonna have a heyday of all kinds of different foods to eat. All right, super simple, just a few little panini sandwiches, call them whatever you want. All right, we're gonna open that up. Again, that's on that flat griddle. Let's go ahead and place those down. So this one is gonna be kind of tall. So this is one of those instances where I'm probably gonna use, make sure that actually, it's tall enough. I think I'm gonna hover. Now that is still pressing down on it. I'm gonna go ahead and push add, which starts the timer for the 3 minutes. So it is pushing down on the top of the sandwich. So heating from both sides, but I released this hover so that it could sit a little bit flatter on there instead of sitting kind of open like this. All right, so those are started. Get this out of the way. One of the next things we're gonna do is to make some pizza. So let me grab that crust real quick. We are gonna make pizza right here on this grill. When this chicken is done, I'll kind of wipe it off a little bit. Of course, you probably aren't making two things at once on your grill. But because of, for time's sake, I'll just wipe this off a little bit and we'll go for the next one. Oh, I have to peek. You probably shouldn't peek. Oh, it looks so good. So exciting. So easy to do, too. It's already at 159 degrees. So we just got a few more seconds here, 161, and it's gonna beep and the whole thing's gonna shut down, okay? So with our pizza crust, I am just using a super simple pizza crust. You guys, this is so easy. So easy. There it is. It beeped at me and it says end. Now that whole thing shut off and it's starting to cool down already. So it stopped cooking, which is really nice. If you're not like right there, you don't have to worry about that. So let me go ahead and open this up to show you. Look how beautiful that chicken looks. So from here, what I recommend doing, go ahead and grab your chicken off of the grill and let it set. Oh. You want to let it set before you cut into it, because if you cut into it right now, those juices are going to run out of it, and then the chicken gets a little bit dry. All right. The other part is the probe here. Don't pull that out with your bare hands right now because it's going to be hot. So you don't want to touch that. That's metal. So we're going to set that to the side, and I'm going to take some wet paper towels here. Actually, let me get this set for the next thing so it starts heating up, and then our paninis are done over there. Let's see, I want custom, and I want 3 minutes, and let's do 400 degrees. That's what I am gonna cook the, I need to wet this a little bit more, pizza crust. But like I said, there's a lot of this chicken seasoning and oil left over. Not that that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be delicious flavor. But I'll go ahead and wipe some of that off before we put our pizza crust on there. Again, you wouldn't be having this problem as you're cooking at home. You probably are not cooking pizza right after chicken. All right, let me grab one more. Oh yeah, those look amazing. Amazing. All right, are you guys enjoying this? Is this helpful? Don't forget to comment, have it, want it. What would you use this for the most in your house? It's already nice and hot again for our pizza crust we're gonna put on there. Okay, like I said, it's just for my family, they won't mind. All right, so our pizza crust here, let me go ahead and close this to make sure. I like to keep it closed to completely preheat. It preheats way faster that way. So that's how I prefer to do it. So all I'm gonna do is go ahead and unroll this. You can roll it out just a little bit. Here I've got our baker's roller. You don't need to roll it out very much at all because it needs to fit right into those grates. And that's about perfect. So I'm also gonna grab real quick some cornmeal, which we're gonna sprinkle on here. It's gonna help make that beautiful bottom of the crust. All right, so we've got our cornmeal here in. My lid is stuck together here. Pampered, not perfect, right? There we go. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle just some cornmeal on the bottom here. And there it is, already preheated. Like I said, it takes about 5 minutes, especially when you close the lid. If you keep it open and try to preheat, it takes a little bit longer. I'm actually gonna flip that over so that that is our bottom of our crust. Open that up. And just flop that down on there. Be careful. These plates are hot. I kind of just squish it around until it's about the right size on the plate. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And that's how I'm going to cook my crust. I'm gonna push add, and that's on a 3-minute countdown. Once the crust is done, then I'm gonna add in my extras. So that's usually between 2 and 3 minutes, so I'll kind of keep an eye on it. All right, so let's take our paninis off of here. Actually, I'll use this guy. Oh, the cheese is nice and melty and delicious. I love it. All right, so that one's still pretty clean. So I don't really have to wipe that one down as much. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set this for the griddle. So the griddle setting is gonna make my pancakes and my sausage on this one. Again, I'm gonna preheat it closed, and then I'm gonna go ahead and open it all the way up and use it on the griddle setting. All right, so griddle, and then start, and the griddle actually sets for 60 minutes at 350 degrees. And we'll start that, and it's fine. I'll go for the full 60 minutes, even though I know it won't take me that long, but maybe you're making a lot of pancakes and sausage and breakfast stuff. On the griddle opened up, I also do like hibachi, so you could do shrimp, you can do chicken. Your chicken, you're typically gonna have cut up chicken, smaller chicken, veggies, all kinds of stuff. So we've got that one preheating. Turn that to the side. Let's check this. Ooh, it's getting good. Almost there. Then, as soon as that's done, I'm gonna cancel. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set the top bottom settings. So I'm gonna set the bottom of the grill to 250 degrees and the top to 480. Because once I add on the, oh yes, let's go just a little bit long, make sure it's all the way cooked. Once I add on the pizza sauce and the cheese, I am going to hover this. All right, go ahead and cancel that. See that crust? Let me show you guys. This flipped over. See that? See that beautiful crust with the cornmeal on the bottom? Oh, love it. All right. Perfect. All right, so that one's canceled, done. I'm just making a real basic cheese pizza. So I take some crushed tomatoes, a can of crushed tomatoes. I add in some garlic and some of our Italian seasoning. This is how I make all of my marinara sauce because I control what's in it. There's not just a bunch of sugar in the sauce. Super easy and cheap to make. And then we're gonna add on our, oh, I forgot what that was for already. That's ready for our breakfast stuff. Not usually making this many things all at once. All right, so then we have our cheese all grated here. I've got some mozzarella. I have this in our leak-proof glass containers. I'm gonna go ahead and add that onto the pizza. And then we're gonna top it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese because why not? All right, the Parmesan cheese, this is a wedge of Parmesan cheese that I literally stuck through my blender. So just a big wedge of cheese, fresh Parmesan cheese, and I put through the pulse on my blender, and now I have beautifully, we call it shaky cheese. You know, it comes in that shaker bottle, except the problem with that shaker bottle is that it's full of things to keep it fresh because it can last forever, right? So there's our Parmesan cheese, and just for kicks and giggles, we're gonna go ahead and add on the everything but the pizza seasoning onto the top of our pizza because it's delicious. All right, so we've got that ready to go. Let me go ahead and set this. We want the top bottom setting here. Let's do 8 minutes. And now if I hit the top bottom, first comes up the top. The top I want at 480 degrees. And then I push it again and it's the bottom. So now I'm selecting the temperature for the bottom and I'm gonna go all the way down to 250, which is the lowest it'll go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start that, and it's preheating. What I'm gonna go ahead and do though is I'm gonna go ahead and set this. Again, I want this on the hover feature, so I kind of knocked that loose, and I'm going to push this to where I don't want it touching. I want it right above the cheese. Perfect, but I don't want it touching. And now it's just hovering above. And that top is getting up to 480 degrees and the bottom at 250, and that pizza is gonna be delicious. All right, back over here to our breakfast items. Are you guys enjoying this? Is this fun? Okay, I hope it is. I hope you're loving this. See how amazing this Deluxe electric grill and griddle can be in your kitchen. So many things that it can do and problems that it can solve. All right, so we're gonna push this over here and I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Oops, open this up all the way. So now I have 2 full griddles to use, and this is nice and hot. I can feel the heat coming off of it. And I'm going to go in and let's go ahead and use this one. So this is another place where I could select different temperatures, top and bottom, but I think this will be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do some sausage. I could also do some eggs. I'm not gonna do that today, but start my sausage on here. I might even change the temperature here in a little bit. Maybe, we'll see. All right, so we've got our sausage on there, and then we're also going to put some pancakes on here. See how awesome this would be for your morning breakfast, all this space that you can use. We're gonna use our scoop. Make us some pancakes here. Like I said, don't worry because all of these plates go through the dishwasher. In fact, they do so amazing through the dishwasher. I highly, highly recommend it. All right. Ooh, the cheese is already getting all melty. All right, let me grab the cooking guide real quick, and I want to walk you guys through a few last things as these finish up today. All right, so I told you a little bit about this cooking guide. This literally just spells it all out for you. Yes, you have me to reach out to, and that's the wonderful thing about having a consultant is they're there to ask questions. So don't ever be afraid to ask questions, whether it's on your electrics or any other product that you have. That is what I am here for. But these cooking guides that come with these larger electrics, amazing. Really, really helpful. So grab this out and read through it. It will tell you everything that you need to know about all of the different, everything's beeping at me at once. So that was finally completely preheated, and that one was preheated. So this one is now, and I'm gonna flip those pancakes here in a minute. As they get bubbly on the top, that's when you wanna flip them. So it tells you all the different pieces that come in your electric grill and griddle. This is all the different settings that are on there. I walked you through those in the beginning, but this is a really in-depth. Then it says all the different presets. So like your sear function, it has a sear on it. It is great for steaks, fish, and vegetables. It automatically preheats to 450 degrees. I'm reading right out of the book here. Your panini setting, great for grilled sandwiches, paninis, burritos, hot subs. Your grill setting, burgers, chicken, vegetables, pizza, chops, sandwiches, stir fry, all those things. Your griddle setting, that's these settings here, these 6 lights down the side. That's what it's walking you through. The griddle, French toast, eggs, pancakes, sausage, bacon, hot dogs, and the keep warm, keeps your food warm so it's ready when you are. The default is 30 minutes and 140 degrees. It's all right here for you. All right, let me flip those pancakes while we finish talking. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, you guys, look how easy they flip over. Super easy. Love the nonstick on this. Works like a charm. Let's peek at our pizza. Oh, yeah, looking good. It's got about 5 more minutes on there. All right. So then it walks you through how to insert that probe. It shows you right here. Not only can you come back and watch this video, but you can reference your guide right in here too. And then we've got all kinds of different ways to eat breakfast, whether you're doing, this is literally an all-day machine. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, even dessert. Because we would never sit down on dessert, right? All right, so how to make your perfect cheeseburger or non-pizzas or breakfast. How to cook all your different proteins. All the different settings and what you want on those. Recipes for sandwiches and waffles and pancakes and French toast and more breakfast items and ricotta sandwiches and spinach and artichoke pizza. I took the recipe from here on how to do the crust and then how to do the top bottom, but I made my own pizza with it, right? So I didn't do the spinach and artichoke. Is that what it was? Yeah, the spinach and artichoke, but it'd be a great recipe to do. So it really does show you everything you can do, how to make grilled steaks, that hibachi shrimp or chicken dish that I told you about that we make all the time. Love it. It has that yum yum sauce. It's all right here in this cooking guide. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys, that you got something amazing out of it. Actually, I'm gonna grab these instead. Look at flipping. Oh, yeah, there's my sausage. Yes. Flip those over. And then our pancakes are probably done on that side. I'll put on the second set. So we've got our paninis or sandwiches or quesadillas, grilled cheese that you can make. We've got all your breakfast items you can make. Our pizza, you guys want to take a peek at the pizza? It's not quite done, but you should take a peek for sure. All right, see that beautiful pizza? We're gonna let that cook just a little bit longer. See how my nice, melty, beautiful cheese on there, and that crust is done. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna dive right into that here in a minute. And then of course we've got our chicken that we finished up here. You do your chicken, your steak, your shrimp, all your proteins right on the grill, so fast and easy, and it knows using that probe exactly how long to cook it. And then of course, last but not least, I told you guys earlier, I used the waffle plates earlier, which you can order as an addition to your Deluxe electric grill and griddle. Love using the waffle plates, super easy. They clean up like a breeze. Love putting them through the dishwasher, but I got these amazing waffles made ahead of time to show you guys. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this workshop. Again, I hope it answered a ton of questions for you. Don't forget, put any questions in the comments below and let me know, have it or want it. Because when you put this in your kitchen, it is going to solve many, many kitchen nightmare meal problems that you have. Fast, easy meals in no time. You're gonna save money cooking at home. All right, guys, Casey in the kitchen signing out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.